Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshat Shoftim, Zedek B'Tzedek Tirdov, Part 2. We mentioned the Chiddush of Rav Henkin, that he learns that the Tzedek, repetition, is in order to stress that the goal of Tzedek must be B'derach Tzedek. So you can almost read the pasuk Tzedek B'Tzedek Tirdov. When you're approaching something, the goal of Tzedek, it must be with the approach of Tzedek as well. We gave several halachic examples in the previous shiur. I'd like to add a few more, maybe not such specific detailed halacha, as much as a general approach. A person's running a yeshiva, a beautiful yeshiva, the Talmidim are learning so beautifully, really getting closer to Hashem, and the levels of ruchnius are growing in leaps and bounds. And the yeshiva is having some problems financially. So the Rosh Yeshiva, the administrators, they work very hard to gather the money and take loans, and unfortunately they are falling short. And the opportunity comes up to finagle with the figures a bit regarding the amount of Talmidim in the yeshiva, and they could possibly get more government funding with a higher amount of Talmidim. Unfortunately, tragically, this is not just some kind of theoretical case. It's happened over the years. And of course, it becomes a horrible, horrible scandal when it becomes publicized, and Chil Hashem of the worst level. But it's unfortunate that the one running the yeshiva is not makpid. Chas v'shalom, unfortunately, on the concept of tzedek bit tzedek tirdov. That the only way to have a goal of tzedek, of a holy yeshiva, even if it's doing the most beautiful things in the world, the only way to run such yeshiva is with the bit tzedek, with the account properly run. There's no tricks, no shticks, no numbers that are falsely given to any authorities in order to get more money, no checks made out when there's no coverage. It has to be tzedek, b'tzedek tirdov. Chas v'shalom, to ever have a noble goal of tzedek, and the approach is a corrupt one, and not involved in the proper tzedek. And what should happen in such a case, chas v'shalom, that the yeshiva cannot make it? Well, it's very simple. Yeshiva simply does not make it anymore. Better that a yeshiva closes than someone jump over the approach of tzedek and have an tzedek approach to the yeshiva. Chas v'shalom. This must be the case in all of our endeavors, no matter what we are doing. It's a simple example. Sometimes you see by bus stops tzedakah boxes that are welded on to the bus stops. So the goal is tzedakah. The organization asked permission from Eged, from Superbus, from the bus company. I certainly hope so, because if they didn't, and they're welding on a tzedakah box to property that's not theirs, well, their goal might be tzedek, but the approach is not bit tzedek. Sometimes you'll see an Erev, Tzuras HaPesach, welded onto someone's wall outside of a house, so they can have a proper Tzuras HaPesach, the Mahadran, the highest level of an Erev. Well, it was go ahead and nailed into someone's personal property. I certainly hope that Rashut was requested from the owner of the house, because the only way to have that beautiful Tzurat HaPesach, have an Erev Kamahadran, is if the goal of tzedek, a proper Mehudar Erev, is with the approach of tzedek, where Hoshen Mishpat is carefully observed. May we be blessed that in all areas of our life, in every area of our life, no matter, as long as we have a holy goal of tzedek, and it is coupled together with the holy approach of tzedek, then we can have success. But chas v'shalom, that should ever take the goal of tzedek, and it is not coupled with the approach of tzedek as well. Shalom.